Good morning. Happy Thursday. Today I wanted to show you guys how to use the Autentico Terrapieno. And this is an embossing paste. It's like a mousse. It's really light. It's really cool. This is actually my first time using it since we've gotten it in. So what you're going to need is something that you're going to apply your Terrapieno to, your embossing paste. I had this little piece of wood that I put a coat of Autentico Vintage in silver. No finish yet, so make sure you're doing this on the raw paint. You need a stencil, and I've got this pretty, I guess it's a crown stencil. Some tape, so our stencil won't move. You'll need something to mix up the embossing paste with a vintage color, a paint color. You don't have to tint the Terrapieno, but I'm going to. And you need a putty knife. And I think that's it. And I have a liter of Autentico Vintage in the color Amethyst, which is really beautiful. All right, so let's start. How exciting. A new product, I love that. So here's the Terrapieno. I just opened it up and it's like this kind of fluffy paste. So I'm gonna put in as much as I think that I'll use for this. Oh, it's like frosting. It's like the kind of frosting you get on a cake that's been baked at a bakery. Not at home, not buttercream. All right, I'm gonna add some of the amethyst. Let's see. So I'd say I'm going to add, I think 1 to 1. Let's see how that works. And you'll notice, guys, I opened this liter of vintage, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, and the edges do start to rust. All the paint brands I've used, this happens unless it's in a plastic liter. So do as I say, not as I do, and store your leftover paint in new ball jars, the glass canning jars with that, that little lid that has like a rubber around it, like a rubber coating, not the old-fashioned one. And that will keep your paint in really beautiful shape for a long time. I've got some paints that are as old as 2 years old. Okay, now to mix up, this is like baking. And it mixes really beautifully. And that's about the proportion it seems so far, 1 to 1 or maybe a little less vintage than the Terrapieno paste. All right, so there it is, all mixed, looking like frosting. And the next thing to do, let's get this out of the way, is to tape the stencil down so it doesn't move. This is a really, really important step. Now, a little fun fact about stencils. You see these little triangles on the corner, those are registration marks. So if you wanted to move this across, you just keep matching up those little triangles and you'll get a nice evenly spaced stencil if you're doing a whole row of them. Alright, that's it. Now we just take our putty knife and start applying the Terrapieno mixed with the amethyst. And it goes on really easily, you guys. That's nice. Now, as I was thinking about this project today, I was thinking of all the applications that you could use this on. Now, I have to say, look at how much I mixed up, and I used very, very little. So definitely didn't need to mix that much up. Okay, now I'm just gonna smooth this out. But I was thinking of a wall. Like, how beautiful would this be on a wall? Especially since everybody's doing these beautiful line walls, very textured walls. This is a great way to add another dimension. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. Oh, that's really cool. And there it is. Now, what's probably hard to see from where you guys are, but it is definitely dimensional. It's really sharp. That went on really, really sharp. It's lovely. Something you can do with this when it's dry, if you want to, I don't know, smooth it or distress it, you can use a sanding block to do that. You can also, once it's dry, you can get out your colored waxes, antique this a little bit. Just use it to build dimension. I mean, it's really, really cool. It's very, very exciting. I wish it was sunny out today. It's cloudy here in Connecticut, so I'm not getting that highlights, you could say. But that is how you use the Autentico Terrapieno embossing paste. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments below and ask away. And let me know what you're doing or if you've ever used anything like this. And if you would use it on a wall or what projects you can think of to use this on. All right, you guys, it's almost the weekend. Have a wonderful day today. Happy painting.